Helping characters you find in the world of Dragon's Dogma 2 might lead to more than just a short narrative. You can actually romance them and start a relationship by raising your affinity with them. For you to have a special moment with your favorite characters, we've prepared this rundown on the romancing system in Dragon's Dogma 2, explaining how to raise their affinity level and with a list of the romanceable characters. Dragon's Dogma 2, Romance Explained. The romance system in Dragon's Dogma 2 is simple, although the game is not very explicit about it. What you need to have in mind regarding romance is that, while you can develop relationships with many characters in the game, only a couple will actually lead to romantic scenes. The reason is because the game has an affinity system as well. You can start and develop your relationship with all the named characters found in the NPC logbook. Having a high affinity level with a character changes their behavior toward you, but it won't necessarily end up on a date. These characters might give you presents or discounts, if they are vendors. To actually romance one of the two characters with whom you can have a special moment, you need to complete a chain of quests. The romantic scenes unlocked aren't as intimate as in other games, in case you're wondering. Thankfully, none of the two relationships are gender-locked. While romancing doesn't seem to add a lot to the game, it comes in handy for one of the Sphinx's riddles. How to increase affinity with characters in Dragon's Dogma 2. The affinity level measures how close you're from a character in Dragon's Dogma 2, and to raise it, you need to give them gifts according to their likings. Some will enjoy fancy presents, while others may prefer beautiful items. Not all characters are part of this system, so check the NPC logbook to learn who you should talk to. From important characters to secondary ones, there are many for you to become more intimate. When you talk to them, the option to give a gift appears as one of your action buttons. Selecting it opens your inventory from where you can choose whatever item you want to give them. Some items are perfect gifts, like the Eternal Bond ring that you get by turning in 120 Seekers tokens. While there is no gauge or any sort of measurement regarding the level of affinity you have with a character, you can have an idea of how close you're based on their attitudes. They might blush when talking to you, send gifts to your house, or give you discounts. In the adventure logbook, you can check how many NPCs you have reached max affinity with. Eventually, these characters might ask you to accompany them. By accepting their invitation, an escort mission begins. Completing it will also raise your affinity, but be mindful that they can die during the quest. In case you want to quickly max the affinity with characters, you can equip the Trickster's Augmentation Allure. This ability increases the affinity you gain with other NPCs. All romanceable characters in Dragon's Dogma 2 listed. As mentioned, in the game, you can raise your affinity with any of the named characters. However, there are only two characters who you can date in the game: Ulrika. Since the beginning of the game, Ulrika is a character present in the Arisen's life. Sometime after you meet her, you can look for Ulrika again to begin the chain of quests which you must complete to romance her. Wilhelmina. During the Stolen Throne mission, you meet Wilhelmina for the first time. The head of the bordelry in Venworth becomes an ally, and you can develop your relationship with her by completing a series of unique quests. Good luck romancing your favorite characters in Dragon's Dogma 2.